Hello and welcome to our presentation on financial literacy program. The focus of this presentation in this session will try to address the questions raised by participants in an informal meeting with the street vendors. And most of these street vendors are the migrants from the rural areas and do business on the street, and their monthly turnover or income will be around 3 to 5,000 rupees. And these street vendors raise questions on different aspects of banking and some related to some money matters. We'll continue with this type of focused question answer session in future too. Who controls the banks in India? The Reserve Bank of India is empowered to issue directives and advices on interest rates, on deposits and other aspects regarding the management of a bank. So in principle, the regulator for the bank is the Reserve Bank of India. But each bank is managed by its own board of directors. So at a bank level, it is the board of directors, but at the industry as a whole, banking sector as a whole, the Reserve Bank of India regulates the banking sector. What is a term deposit? Term deposit is one of the ways in which the bank collects money from people. Term deposit means a deposit received by the bank for a particular period, a fixed period. And money deposited can be withdrawn only after the expiry of the fixed period. Suppose you take a term deposit for 3 years, you will get interest for 3 years, but you can withdraw that money only at the end of the 3rd year, though there are some exceptions which we will see later. What is time demand deposits? Demand deposit is just the reverse of the term deposits. There is no fixed term. The demand deposit means a deposit received by the bank which is withdrawable on demand of the person who has deposited. At any time they can take that money out. Can my son, who is 15 years old, open a bank account? Yes, your son can open a bank account. The minor can open saving bank account, and the same can be operated by the natural guardian, yourself, or can be managed by the minor, that is your son, if he or she is above the age of 10 years. So in your case, your son can open a bank account and he can manage the bank account on his own, or you can manage on his behalf. The account can also be opened jointly. Who decides the rate of interest given by the banks? Interest shall be paid on a saving bank account at the rate specified by the Reserve Bank of India directive from time to time. So the Reserve Bank of India as a regulator specifies the interest on the saving bank. But for the term deposits, the interest rates are decided by the bank on the basis of the general guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So for saving bank interest, Reserve Bank gives the rates, whereas for term deposits, Reserve Bank just gives the guidelines, and based on the guideline, the individual bank will decide the rate. Can a blind person open a bank account? Answer is yes. Yes, a blind person also can open a bank account. Bank may at its discretion open the deposit accounts other than the current accounts. At the time of the withdrawal of the deposit amount or interest, the account holder should fix his or her thumb impression or the mark in the presence of the authorized officer who should verify the identity of a person. So a blind person can open an account, can manage his account, but the withdrawal is always on the basis of the thumb impression in the presence of the authorized officer who should verify the identity of the person. I have a joint account with my partner. Can I delete the name of the joint account holder? Yes, you can. The bank may, at the request of all the joint account holders, allow addition or deletion of the name or names of the joint account. So it is possible that you can delete the name of the joint account holder, but both you and your joint account holder have to apply or have to give the request. Will the bank share my details with others? No. The bank shall not disclose the details or particulars of the customer's account to a third party without the expressed or implied consent from the customer. So your detail cannot be shared by others by the bank. However, some special cases the government may request or even force a bank to share information for specific purposes. I have 3 years term deposit. Can I withdraw my money before 3 years? Yes, you can. The bank, on request from the depositor, at its discretion, may allow withdrawal of term deposit before completion of the period of the deposit agreed upon at the time of placing the deposit. So if you have 3 years deposit term and if you want to withdraw after 2 years, you can withdraw. But the bank may be charging some penal interest, but bank shall declare that penal interest rates policy for the premature withdrawal at the time of taking the deposit itself. So yes, you can withdraw the term deposit money, but you have to check with your bank for the penal interest, if any. Can I take advance against my deposit? Yes, you can take. The bank may consider the request of the depositor for loan, overdraft facility against term deposits. The bank may also consider loan against the deposit standing in the name of the minor. However, you have to mention that the money withdrawn is for the benefit of the minor. So if the term deposit is your own, the bank can allow you to take an advance. But if the term deposit is in the name of the minor, then also bank can allow, provided the loan is for the benefit of the minor. What will happen if the depositor dies? If the depositor has registered a nomination has to be given when you open a bank account. If there is a nomination like your wife's name or son's name or any other person's name, the balance outstanding in your account in the account of the deceased person shall be transferred to the account of the nominee, provided the bank is satisfied with the identity of the nominee. If no nomination is there and there are no disputes among the claimants, then also the bank will pay to the legal heirs without insisting on the legal documents up to the limit approved by the bank's board. So it is always advisable to have the nomination clearly given at the time of creating the deposits. What are the present denomination of bank notes in India? At present in India, the notes are issued in the denomination of 10, 20, 50, 100, 500 and 1000. The printing of notes of rupee 1, rupees 5 and rupees 2 has been discontinued. However, you may find some of them still floating around. What are the present available denomination of coins in circulation in India? At present, 25 paisa, 50 paisa, 1 rupee, 2 rupees and 5 rupee coins are being issued. Coins up to 50 paisa are called small coins, and the coins of rupee 1 and above are called rupee coins. So you will not see coins for 1 paisa or 5 paisa or 10 paisa, where people are not using them anymore. Thank you very much for asking these questions. We'll pick up other questions in future. Thank you very much.